What is in a hotel name? Travelers have more hotels to choose from than at any time since before the Great Recession. But most of those new so-called boutique hotels are just offshoots of legacy chains like Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott. So are there too many hotel brands? Associated Press travel business reporter Scott Mayerowitz joins us now. Scott, good to see you.
Good to see you.
It is a little bit nuts, right? So of the 10 biggest hotel chains, there are 113 different brands.
Yes.
Right. Marriott has 19.
They're about to
brands?
have their 19th brand. And many of these have similar sounding names. And 31 of these brands didn't even exist a decade ago.
Why are they doing this?
They're doing it for two different reasons. First, they're trying to sort of customize travel for everybody. We want a bespoke experience. We want a hotel that speaks out to us. So they're trying to come up with these new brands that fit each person's lifestyle. But it's also about developers. You can't have 14 different Hiltons on the same block. So you can come up with different hotels within that same family and still sell it to developers.
If you're booking travel right now, is there a way online to see the differences? And what do you recommend for people?
I always recommend that you look at the About Us section of each hotel page. Click through it, and it tells you a lot about the hotel. You know, we're next to a shopping mall, close to the airport and attractions, but it'll also say recently renovated or what year the hotel was built.
So just because one chain has a whole bunch of brands doesn't necessarily mean they're bad hotels necessarily.
Not at all. I spent 73 nights at hotels last year all across the world. And I will say I saw everything from perfect hotels to kind of questionable ones. And many of them were all within the same brand or family of hotels.
What are the big trends in hotels other than just coming up with so many different names?
One of the big things we're seeing in hotels these days is making the lobby hip again. If you go back to the 1980s, we wanted to race through the lobby. You checked in, you went straight to your room. Today, everybody works on laptops or tablets, and you want to sit in a lobby where you've got maybe a drink or a light snack to have. So they're redesigning the lobbies to make them cool again.
And that's what the younger traveler wants. What else do they want?
That's what the younger traveler wants. The younger traveler also wants to feel like they're part of a community. You might be coming in on a business trip, but you've got 2 or 3 hours to feel like you've experienced Austin, Texas, or feel like you're in San Francisco. So the hotel is trying to add just the littlest element of that local feel, even if it is a big Hilton or Marriott.
There's so much talk about how U.S. airlines lag so far behind international airlines in terms of quality, service, everything else. Is it the same with U.S. hotels versus international hotels?
It really depends on the service. The physical property is good here, there, anywhere. It's the service that you see. Particularly Asian hotels are known for it, and that really comes down actually to labor costs. And if a hotel can get 20 staff members per guest versus 1 or 2 staff members per guest.
And the best time to travel for hotel bookings is when?
The best time to book actually in big cities is on weekends, and on resorts is to get a hotel on a weekday.
European vacations, I wanted to ask you about this too. As much as 25% cheaper this year as opposed to last year. Why is it such a good time right now to go overseas?
This is probably the best time we've seen in a decade to go over to Europe, and it really has to do with currency. The euro and the pound are down compared to the dollar. Your airfare is not going to be that much cheaper, but when you get there, your hotel, your restaurants, your museums, your souvenirs are going to be 20–25% off. So it's a great summer travel.
Scott Mayerowitz, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. A pleasure.